Hello friends, I'm Lokesh, your mentor at mentorbuddy.com. We have a question based on logical reasoning. Now the question says A, E, F and G ran a race. A said, I did not finish first or fourth. E said, I did not finish fourth. F said, I finished first. And G said, I finished fourth. If there were no ties and exactly three children told the truth, then who finished fourth? Now, let's see how can we approach such a question. We have four people, A, E, F and G, who are running in a race. And everyone is stating a statement based on their interpretation. And it is also given that out of these four people, only three children are speaking the truth, and one must be speaking the false statement. And also given that there are no ties, that means everyone is securing a position out of those four people. So let us figure out how can we judge who is speaking what. So I will note down these four people A, E, F, G and their positions, for example 1, 2, 3 and 4. We'll see who is saying what. And the question is, who finished fourth? So my approach to this question would be, I will look for this position and the statement based on this position. So as I can see that E is saying I did not finish fourth. Also G is saying I finished fourth. So if I assume one of them speaking the false statement, for example, if I say E is saying I did not finish fourth, and if I say E is speaking the false statement, if I say E is speaking the false statement, that means if E says I did not finish fourth, I would say E has finished fourth. But at the same time, if I say E has finished fourth, my statement given by G that I finished fourth goes wrong. That means if E is wrong, G also goes wrong. But it is not the case. It is given in the question that only one children or one child is speaking a false statement. Rest three are speaking the correct statement. So it is not possible for E to speak a false statement, and hence E should be correct. Therefore, when E says I did not finish fourth, this is correct statement. That means E is speaking a truth. Let me figure out. I'll directly go to G. If G says I finished fourth, and if I assume that G is speaking the false statement, if G says I finished fourth, but I'm assuming G is speaking a false statement. Therefore, if I say if G is not finishing a fourth place, if G is not finishing fourth, E has already said that E is not finishing on fourth. F says I finished first. That means F would not be finishing on the fourth place. And A said I did not finish first or fourth. That means A has also not finished on fourth. So all the people are coming at a different position and not at fourth, which is quite impossible. That means G cannot speak a wrong statement. So G has to be correct. That means when G is saying I finished fourth, this should be a correct statement, and hence I would say G has come to the fourth position. Although my answer to this question has been obtained so far, because the question was asking who has finished fourth, and it is G who has finished fourth. But let me just try for the other two statements as well. So now if I say if F, what is F saying I finished first is incorrect. F is incorrect. That means F saying I finished on first is incorrect, and he is not finishing on the first step. That means now A saying I did not finish first or fourth, A saying I did not finish first or fourth. So A is not finishing on first or on the fourth position. which is quite understandable, right? And then E saying I did not finish fourth, which was, if we assume that it is a correct statement because we have already got F as incorrect. So if E says I did not finish fourth, which is again a correct statement, that means we are left with, because G has already obtained the fourth position, so fourth position is not available for the rest of the three people. So I can say that E must be finishing on the first place because that's the only position left for him. And if E is coming on the first place, he cannot go on the second or the third or the fourth place. And therefore, we can say that now the position for A and F are still left. So if F has not finished on the first position and on the fourth position, similarly if A has not come on the first or the fourth position, two of the places are left for A and F, but that is not our question at the moment. We can say that F speaking the false statement is a possibility because so far nothing has gone contradictory. Anyways, I was just trying to explain you how can we proceed with the question. What I said in the beginning, because the question is talking about the fourth position, we will quickly pick up the statements where fourth position is mentioned, and we will take one of them at a time being the false statement and check whether they are getting contradicted. In the first place it got contradicted, in the second place it got contradicted, so therefore we got to a conclusion that G is the one who is saying the correct statement, and that is I finished fourth, and therefore G is finishing on the fourth line, and therefore our answer to this question becomes fourth, that is G is finishing as the fourth person. I hope the steps and the method is clear to all. Thank you.